microphone check. Check, check, check. Can I take it back? I love my mic. And my mic loves me. Only true friend. She love the sound of my voice. Put your mics in the air. If you real. If you really spit that real. I'm about to check it out. Assassin, look. When I want competition, I just look in the mirror. With every word that I'm spitting, then the vision is clearer. Nobody touching what I'm clutching, plus I'm busting it first. Yes, it just will be a mess by the end of the verse. Your body stretched out like a book on the pavement. People pass by as they look in amazement. Your body leaking your genetics, got you looking so pathetic. No need to call the paramedics, it's too late for anesthetics. Me and my microphone. 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 Coming out the dirty south, show everybody I'm the cleanest. Run your mouth, I send your body to the cleaners. Love my mic, so can't nobody come between us. Won't be nice, but anybody wanna see me. Back up a little, just a couple of feet. You don't listen, you'll be missing just a couple of teeth. Hard to buy the rhyme, with no teeth in your mouth. Stepping out of line, then we sweeping them out. Me and my microphone. 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 My mic got jealous when I was talking to my girlfriend. So you know, it's like I'm caught up in a world when I'm not about the drama. I don't need that. Started yelling and all I heard was feedback. Said I need to choose, but do it quickly. Use a tool, you fool if you don't pick me. Since she made me choose, you know I left her. And pick my microphone up off the dresser. Me and my microphone. 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 Me and my mic been tight since 9-5. She don't wanna go out, she stay at home and vibe. Ain't nothing without her, I doubt she'll understand. Gets upset so I can't make no plans. Wants me to herself, she is so obsessed. When I go to sleep, I can't not get no rest. Calling off my phone when I'm gone too long. Says to her, be home, she wants to make a song. Me and my microphone. 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 This microphone. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. Can't wait to get you in my arms and my palms. And when we home alone, it is gonna be on. You make the words to my song sound strong. When I'm with you, baby, I can do no wrong. You know I had to do it. I had to take it back. Dedicate this to everybody out there that's doing music. Whether you're getting paid for it or not, it don't even matter. As long as you love it, I know it's gonna love you back. Put your microphones up. Much love to all the rappers that paved the way for people like you. All the producers. Rest in peace to everybody that's dead and gone. That's fast. Keep rapping till I'm dead and get paid for it. Bear me with my microphone. Yeah, that's fast, huh? Yeah, I love you too.
Oh, what is up, Straight Talk Society? This is your host, Trevor, and I'm back with another episode of Man Talk Monday, brought to you exclusively by the Straight Talk Society. 1 second there. Shout out to Keela already letting me know about my mic. Hold on. Let me turn. Hold, because I sound weird. Hold on. All right, that's okay. That's much better now. I think because I had my studio speakers up so loud because I need to hear everything that's going on is kicking back in my ears to me, and I didn't like how the sound sounded. But shout out to the greatest moderator in the business, Keela. Welcome back. Hey man, when you're not around, I get worried, and it's it's hard running this thing without you. Shout out to Nicole Martin in the building. This is Man Talk Monday, and we do have a great show for you today, but we're going to have a different version of the show. Shout out to Ricardo in the building. We're going to have a different version of the show today because I did say earlier in the year that it was my mission to get every show that I'm on under that 2 hour mark. And it starts with this one because this is the flagship show of the Straight Talk Society. So that is what we're going to do tonight. So I don't know if any of you are familiar with the shows Pardon the Interruption and Around the Horn, but they're like basically like debate shows, but they're all under timers. Each topic is under timers and you get cut off. Once that time is up, you get cut off. And that's how we're going to do this show. That's how we're going to do the wrestling show this Wednesday, and any show that I'm on going forward. It has to be timed. It has to be under a certain time frame, because let me just explain to you how this goes. So there's people on YouTube that criticize channels that are monetized for whatever reason. They think when they're insulting you that it's an insult to say my channel's not monetized. That's ridiculous. If you met the criteria for your channel to be monetized, then you would have it monetized. But I doubt anybody would want to listen to you for 4,000 hours. And that's just the whole point of everything. But a show like this, Man Talk Monday. So if you go look on my channel, Man Talk Monday is the most watched show on the channel, and it's not even close. But Man Talk Monday makes the least amount of money because of the content. So when I hit end and Man Talk Monday goes out, immediately what YouTube does is they hit it with something that they call an ad suitability, which means that this show isn't suitable for ad rev. They don't think that this show is viable for their ad partners, which I understand because I get some of the stuff we talk about, and I've been real lax with some of the language and stuff like that, which I don't care. But this show makes the least amount of money. It gets the most viewers, but it makes the least amount of money, and I mean like by a lot. So that's why we do push the memberships. I mean, the membership's $1.99. Again, I'm not getting rich off of YouTube. I'm not going to retire off of YouTube anytime soon, unless something hits and then we get like 1 million subscribers. Then we'll talk. Then I'll put everybody on payroll and then we'll just do it that way. But that's how that works. So surprisingly, though, the show that probably drives the most revenue is a show like the wrestling show and the UFC show, and that's because ad partners want to advertise on people talking about combat sports. So that's how that works. That's a little inside baseball if anybody was wondering how the ad rev works, because there's people going around saying that I'm trying to get rich off of the people. Absolutely not. Whatever I make off of YouTube on a monthly basis goes right back into the show. Like literally. I'm not even lying to you. Literally. Especially that they doubled the price of StreamYard. So it's like I'm doing this for free basically, but it's all good. So before we get into the show, I'm just waiting for the fellas to come on. I did send them the link, but something was weird. Okay, yeah, something was weird. Mike and Kev are saying they're on the way. Something. So, you guys could check out the Dolphin show from last night. I just had a nuclear meltdown. It was pretty tamed, by my standards, but it was a meltdown nevertheless, because I feel like the football season is already over. Um, Keela, if you want to be honest with me, you could probably say the same thing. I think the season's already over. So for me, at least, definitely for me. So it was an absolute meltdown last night, to the epic proportions, which is funny because when I do those shows where I just go nuclear and crazy like that, then everybody's watching. Like I had the Twitter audience was like damn near 50 people watching live, and it just is crazy because what I found out on YouTube, this is what I found out on YouTube. People love like car crashes. And to prove that theory, we did a show on Man Talk Monday in the beginning where we talked about sexual assault. And I thought it was a phenomenal show. I mean, I think Mike and myself were the only men on the panel, and it was nothing but a bunch of women. And I just thought the show was great, but that show did so low compared to everything else. And then I realized, we have the therapy sessions, like we have the Tafis policy. We had things like that, and people only come out for the drama. Now, I will say lately on Tafis Politics, shout out to them. If you keep grinding at something and you just keep going and going and going, eventually they will come. So the numbers on Tafis Politics have actually been going up substantially lately. So I do appreciate you guys for coming up. Peace out to Manny B in the building. I do appreciate you guys for coming out and showing up for that. The wrestling show is always what it's going to be. Wrestling is always a market that you could always you're always going to get a wrestling market. So that's never an issue for me doing the wrestling show. But it's like whenever people show up to the Man Talk Monday show because they know we're probably going to get in an argument, they know we're probably going to talk about some drama stuff and things like that. And I get it. People don't normally come to YouTube to be taught. Like, people always say they're teaching. Nobody cares about your teaching. People come to YouTube because they want to be entertained, and I get it. So that's why you have that. People love to see the car crash style shows, but what I do realize too, people tune out after a certain amount of time. So that's why I want to, it's my job, it's my mission to get the shows under 2 hours. And you're going to see how Man Talk Monday tonight will be done before 7:45. We will absolutely be done before 7:45, even if I had to just cut it off in mid-sentence. Because it starts here. It starts with the flagship show. So, with all that being said and out of the way, we will be talking about Diddy next week because I know Diddy is a hot topic. Everybody wants to talk about Diddy. The reason why I'm not talking about Diddy now is because I don't know everything that's going on with Diddy. And the last thing I want to do is come on here with a bunch of conjecture and love to just, oh, Nicole, you haven't met this panel. You haven't met Mike yet. Men don't talk that much anyway. You haven't met Mike. Mike will be up here soon. But so we don't want to talk about the Diddy stuff right now just because I don't have all the info. When I have all the info, then we'll put it together in a nice package and then we'll discuss it as only we can. But before that, I don't want to just come up here just talking about hearsay and with a piece of knowledge, this and that. Too many people are doing that, and a lot of them are wrong. Like when you see the wrestling show this Wednesday, there's a story that I have that every major outlet ran with. Every major outlet ran with it. And these are like the big outlets that I trust, that I get my news from, that I report on the show. And not even a day later, everybody has to pull a retraction that they were wrong on the story because they wanted to be first instead of being right. So now come Wednesday, I'm going to have to bash them because they made me waste my time to put it in the show sheet. So now they had to get bashed for that. Shout out to MD in the building. But it's just, It's just stuff like that, man. Everybody wants to be first, but nobody wants to be right. So we gonna hold off on the Diddy stuff until next week. Once I get more info to where I feel comfortable to formulate a show around it, because it's gonna dominate the show. It won't be something that we just talk about and be done in 2 minutes and things like that. It's gonna be something where we actually formulate a show around it, and it is a show. Man, he's saying too many sets playing both sides, flopping to be liked. If only men say what they mean and mean what they say. Absolutely, Manny. Absolutely. But shout out to Moon Goddess in the building. But the problem with that, Manny, let me tell you, and I just see Mike popped up. The problem with that, Manny, is it had until recently, men haven't been allowed to talk. And that's the God honest truth. The women in the chat, if you're honest, you'll tell me, am I right? Men, you guys, so you guys have never heard a man talk. You heard a man talk, but you never actually heard a man talk because you don't allow men to talk. Because if it doesn't fit your narrative. So as men, we learn to just be quiet. And that's what it is. Shout out to Eddie Israel in the building. We just learn to be quiet. And that's how it is. But now you have spaces like this where men can come on and they can get their shit off. Just like I always say, that's what the Straight Talk Society is about. You gonna come over here and you gonna get your shit off. Shout out to Brent in the building. Yeah, you're gonna get it off over here. So, but I want everything that's said to be right. That's why sometimes you'll even hear Kev saying some crazy stuff, and I had to cut him off because I had to protect the integrity of the channel. You know what I mean? And then we get into that whole thing where it's still a channel, because if they take the channel from me, then I don't think I have it in me to try to build it back up over some craziness like that, because it took a while to build it to what it is. I am very, very happy for the almost 3,000 subscribers. And we've done a lot of shows, man. This is episode 45 of Man Talk Monday, and it's probably more because remember, Mike and myself used to do this before we start calling it Man Talk Monday, so those shows weren't even numbered. So we got a lot of work in this thing, and I hate to lose it over some fake news. So that's all I'm saying. When the Diddy stuff, when I'm like, okay, I got a whole idea of what's going on, then we'll rock out that way. As a man who has always talked and told the truth, it makes life difficult for a man. Yeah, it's like, hey, listen, man, people, they really don't want to hear us talk, Mike. They that. They really don't, not all, but most. They really don't want to hear us talk, because when they ask you, hey, what do you think about this? That's like one of the wackest questions in the world, because it's not really what they want. They really don't want to know that. They just want to feel like, okay, I asked you this, and so now hear what I really think about it. So that's what it is. But last thing I did want to say, man, and I hate to kind of come on a somber note, but you're probably going to see that I'm a little out of it right now, because I did get some bad news today. Last 2 weeks ago, I got a phone call from my cousin, just checking up on me and everything like that. And he wanted the info to the channel. He wanted the link to the channel and everything. And I gave him the link to the channel, and told him what we do. So he was just interested in the wrestling show, because that's what we do. We're wrestling fans. We're nerds. So his friend was with him. Now, this is a friend that I've known since we were kids. I hadn't seen him in over 20 years, but I've known him since we were kids. And like, when you listen to the wrestling show, you think me and Venkat talk about wrestling. Like, me and this guy talk about wrestling. And it was just like, my cousin put him on the phone, and I'm like, hey man, he just started going on YouTube. He was doing like little shorts and stuff. And I said, hey, we do a wrestling show, if you ever want to come by and check it out. And he was all thrilled. He was like, man, let me get the info, because I want to come by and do the Bret Hart show, because we did the Bret Hart show last week, and he wanted to come by and everything like that. And he never showed up Wednesday, but I didn't think nothing of it, man. Plenty of people say they're gonna come check out the show, blah 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 blah, but they don't, for whatever reason. People listen. if I got a third of the people that actually said that they were going to support us, man, we'd probably be able to start paying everybody. But people lie a lot. People talk a lot of crap and a bunch of lip service. So anyway, he never showed up. I never thought anything of it. So my cousin calls me today. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" You know, "Hey, man, chilling, man." And he just told me, he was like, "Cuz," I was like, "What's up?" He said, "Man, I just lost my best friend." I'm like, "What?" So like the way he said it though, I'm just like, "Oh man, he ain't, piece of Jackie McCall." I'm like, he maybe getting ready to tell me something crazy or something like that. He's like, "Nah, man, Brian died." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Bro, I just talked to this man 2 weeks ago, man. Like he was all happy to come aboard and join the society and start doing stuff on the wrestling show. Me and him was even working out like side shows to do just like banter back and forth. And 44 years old, gone from a heart attack. So again, Venkat always talks about, whenever you say somebody young dies, first thing Venkat goes to is their heart. And he's always like, "I bet you it was heart related." And it was, absolutely was heart related. 44 years old, died of a heart attack. Just insanity. I mean, man, you don't even want anybody dying at 44, but to be 44 and die of a heart attack in itself is insane. Now, he was a bigger guy. He was close to 400 pounds, which probably contributed to it, but nevertheless, you still don't want to be going at 44 years old, which is why I made such a conscious decision and effort and everything like that to change my life and everything. I love the fact that yesterday my Dolphins jersey just looked terrible on me because it's so big. It's an XL and I can't even wear it anymore. But I love that, man. 25 pounds down and going, just trying to be healthy. Nobody knows when their number is going to get called. That's the unfortunate thing. But I always say you don't want to aid the process. You don't want to speed it up. I'm not in no hurry to get out of here. You know what I mean? So, rest in peace, man, to Brian, man. And I know his family's got a difficult road ahead of them. I'll find out more info from my cousin. But yeah, Keela, life is short, man, because listen, that's why any opportunity I get, man, to go do something with the family or chill out. We were at the farmer's market yesterday on a football Sunday, just having a good time at the farmer's market. We'll be at a Boys and Men concert in a couple of weeks. We'll be at the Dolphins game in a couple of weeks. I mean, hey, man, you got to live life, man, because you never know when your number's going to get called. So that's all I got on that, man. But hey, I do see two or three of my co-hosts here. Wayne always likes to show up fashionably late. So on the other side, yeah, Keela, we love that farmer's market, man. They have, shout out to Kevin J in the building. They have this thing that I had yesterday. I got this, it was called like a lemon lavender ice, like sorbet thing. That damn thing was so good. I paid damn near $13 for it, but it was good. Like it was good. This is why I get my holistic teas and everything for blood pressure and all that stuff. Listen, ever since I start going there, and this is a God honest truth, this is the last thing I'm gonna say before we get to Man Talk Monday. Ever since I start going to the farmer's market and buying this particular blend, my acid reflux has been gone. I don't feel the neuropathy in my hands and feet anymore. Like there's a lot of things that has changed just by making a few changes. And you guys know I juice like crazy. I came up with a new juice blend yesterday, using one of my gigantic 5-pound lemons off of my tree that I planted myself. So just trying to make a change, man. You don't hey, listen, 50-year-old people now are living like their best lives. See, my brother-in-law, he's in his 50s and he swears that he could line up behind any NFL offensive line and score a touchdown. So hey, 50-year-old guys, they doing the damn thing, man. So I don't want to be the broken down 50-year-old. My line of work is too physical. So I need to be in tip-top shape, optimal shape. And that's where it is, because I still have, I still got to beat some stuff up. You know what I mean? I still got to be able to stand up in it. And the last thing I want to do is lose my woman to a young man because I can't hang no more. So, oh man, it's Kevin J's birthday. Hey, happy birthday, Kev. Didn't even know that, but yeah, man. Hey, man, y'all know how it go, man. Hey, on the other side, man, we will be back. She in there laughing. Hey, listen, last thing I'm gonna say, everybody who got beef with me, everybody that hates me, y'all win. I tap. Y'all win. Y'all got it. I'm not arguing with you. I was gonna make a dumpster channel, but it's not even worth it. Y'all got it. Hey, happy birthday, Eddie Israel. Hey man, another happy peace, another trip around the sun, man. Nothing but prosperity to you. But on the other side, man, we'll be back with what you guys came to see. Man Talk Monday exclusively on the Straight Talk Society.
Acknowledge me.
Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. Come take a walk through my heart, a stroll through my soul. Been smart from the start, wasn't taught, wasn't told. You could climb through my mind, or fly through my eye. And in time you will find what I rhyme is not a lie. See you dealing with a vicious mind, hard cold like Christmas time. Every time I write a rhyme, put it all on the line. No need to hold my tongue, hold the mic like you hold a gun. Haters, I'm the chosen one, fakers, I don't roll with none. Don't you ever test my heart, been a rebel from the start. I ain't got time to play no games, I'm too busy playing my part. Keep my mind on my mission, living by my premonitions. Through the world with blurry vision, stressing in high definition. Walking the path unknown to most, the ones that I love, I hold them close. Every rhyme I wrote was dope, no jokes, so folks can overdose. Lyrically, I'm legendary. Yes, I'm very necessary. Plans to see my adversary buried in the cemetery.
Yeah. Straight Talk Sessions live. You can acknowledge me. It's Monday. It's Man Talk Monday. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
But we have a responsibility and a duty to be fathers. Not to just make babies, but to be real fathers. And you can't expect any good to come to you if you don't visit any good on your son or your daughter. So, be a man.
And we are back. Hey, the last thing I'll say, Keela did drop the link to the channel subscription. Hey, for $1.99 a month, you could subscribe to this channel and just, you don't necessarily get any great perks, but you will have access to the After Dark show when they do it. I think I'm probably just going to make that a member exclusive just by what I see going on. But you know, and you have use of all the fantastic emojis that we do have. And not for nothing, you're just helping out the channel. Like, we literally come on here and entertain you multiple times a week. So if you do feel inclined, you could join the $1.99 membership. Somebody randomly, I don't even know, came on the wrestling show Thursday and dropped a $30 super chat. and YouTube promptly swallowed up $15 of it. So hey, YouTube said they got to get their money, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't make no money on this. YouTube promptly put their hands in there and said, hey, let me get that up about you, man. But hey, that's enough of that. We do have the young phenom Kev in the building. What's going on, Kev?
Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, chat? I'm feeling good. Definitely feeling blessed. And sorry about what happened. I would definitely say to everyone, like, I know life is scary. I know there's like issues you've had that changes you into someone that's worried about going after what makes them happy. But yeah, just know you deserve it. You deserve, everything that comes to you. And yeah, life is definitely short. So yeah, you definitely have my condolences, by the way.
Appreciate that. Big Money Mike in the building. What's up, Mike?
Happy birthday to the gentleman, Real Kev and Eddie. I feel you on the sadness, but I've had enough of sadness. I'm trying to get on some happiness stuff. And I had a joke about you beating up someone, but I ain't gonna tell it because it ain't funny in my head no more. Too much sad stuff got said, but it was funny. It was funny when I thought it.
Hey, wait a minute. It's Cliff's birthday too? God, wait a minute. So it's Cliff's birthday, Eddie's birthday, and Kev? Oh man.
Oh, so I would like to wish
My birthday too.
I want to wish Eddie and Kevin a happy birthday again. Good job, gentlemen.
Wait a minute. Kev is your birthday too?
Yes, sir.
It's just 4 of y'all? How?
Yeah, my DM's open. So if you want to send like birthday titties, hey, I appreciate it.
I only heard 3 birthdays. So Kev, and Eddie. Good job.
Eddie and Cliff.
Who? What?
Cliff. Nah.
Okay.
I'm joking. It's not my birthday.
Of course it's not. I'd rather it be your birthday than his.
Man, so I wish Wayne was here, man, to try out this new format, but I'll have to fill in by proxy. It's all good. So let's get into it. We got four stories that we're going to get into. 15-minute timer, open forum. So let's get into the first one because this one is terrible. Hey, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning. The name of this show is Accountability or Lack Thereof. So we're going to see if some people will hold themselves accountable today. So let's go ahead and get this first one up. Oh man, and it has to be in Florida, man. Like always in Florida, always something stupid in Florida. So you have been warned, man. Trigger warning. Here we go.
Lord.
This woman used the family's 100-pound Rottweiler to attack her boyfriend's daughter, and they say the abuse did not stop there.
34-year-old Tyshale Martin didn't appear upset as she faced a judge.
I already have a private attorney.
You have a private attorney? Okay.
But she'll be counting on that attorney to defend her against charges that she so severely physically abused her boyfriend's 9-year-old daughter, Jamaria Sessions, that she was found dead in the family's home in Montverde, June 17th.
It's difficult to read. It's difficult to even talk about. And no doubt it was difficult for the detectives to investigate this and piece it all together. It's unimaginable, really.
Sessions was a student, along with at least one of her siblings, at Grassy Lake Elementary School. The sheriff's office says at least 4 minor children and possibly an 18-year-old were living in the home with Martin. And that home has perhaps the most important evidence in this case.
Seems everybody's got security cameras either in or outside their home or both. Of course, they've even got a security camera right here at the entrance to the sheriff's office customer service desk. We're told by detectives that there was a security camera inside the home at the time that the 9-year-old was being abused in mid-June, including one episode where Martin was allegedly holding a leash on a dog that weighs more than 100 pounds that was trying to bite the girl.
The arrest affidavit states video shows Martin kicked Jamaria's hip and eventually her stomach area at full force. When the child did not get up, Ty Martin then grabbed the child by her hair, pulling her across the floor.
They got the act of Tyshale Martin severely, savagely beating Jamaria in the nights leading up to her death. In my time here, I don't think I've ever seen one quite so graphic and, like I said, savage, I think is an appropriate word to describe this.
The judge denied bond for Martin, who remains in jail pending arraignment September 23rd. We tried to reach out to the biological parents of Jamaria Sessions. Her biological mother passed away, and her father is here in the jail right now. He was arrested a couple of weeks after the girl was killed, and then that was on separate charges. So he's not considered a suspect in this case, but right now we can't talk to him. He is still being held here.
All right. Here we go. Let's go. 15 minutes. The only thing I'll say on this is awful. And I didn't even realize that the date says September 23rd, or else I would have looked it up to see what happened afterwards. So y'all, you know what? As a matter of fact, while y'all go, I'll be looking it up.
Bro, lock her up, throw her in jail, throw her under the jail, and we need harsher penalties because that's ridiculous, bro. It's crazy that man, I can't even defend her. But yeah, it's crazy how much violence people can do on a child. It's crazy how children are just so unprotected, and it's crazy how like even though she's gonna get caught, she's gonna be put in jail. Like that's gonna be the most. You can debate that. That's gonna be the most punishment that's gonna happen to her. She's gonna sit cozy in jail. She's gonna have a nice warm meal. She's gonna have a nice bed to sleep in at night. No freedom, of course, but it's not gonna be the same as opposed to like an actual punishment where either you lose your life or something else drastic happens to you, just like what happened to this kid. It's disgusting.
Yo, what kind of father must you be to get arrested after your daughter's killed by somebody else? Like, I can't fathom doing anything else. Like, all I'm thinking about on some real stuff is how I can kill you and get away with it. I know you're not supposed to say stuff like that. I know morals and right and do good and all that good stuff. I hear it and I respect it. You kill my daughter, I'm going to kill you. Simple and plain. I don't care who you are. You're a police officer that shoots my daughter by mistake. I'm going to find a way to kill you. You're a lady that releases her dog. I'm going to kill you and your dog. I don't know what y'all think this is. Yo, I had a dream that my daughter got killed because my ex-wife wasn't paying attention to her on a cruise. What you think? How you think that dream ended? You hurt my kid. I'm going to kill you. These are the. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to unalive you. You're right, Keatot. I don't know what this world is on. I was talking to somebody the other day. No, today actually. The only dude at my job that I really, really feel. And I was telling him how, my views on parenthood after watching this interview have changed and how I think a little differently. And I'm like really into my baby being something, you know what I'm saying? And to imagine somebody snuffing the life out of my child, I'm going to unalive you. And I might not stop there. Low key, I might just go after mad people in your family. So stay away from my kid. Stay away from my kid. Anyone that has known me for a long time knows I don't expect to make it far, like age-wise. So if I can go out taking you with me, I will. I promise you. Stay away from my child.
I'm glad
away
Mike.
From the kids of people I know.
Oh shit! No, I'm glad Mike said what he said about the dad, because I was hoping one of y'all would say that him getting arrested after the child died and it not being for killing her is crazy. I do have so it's basically reiterates what they said, that the video camera footage showing like multiple abuse. They would make her do like wall sits and stuff like that, make her run in place. So this woman just absolutely just an abusive woman. So I mean, Cliff is saying he's a deadbeat father. He's more than that, man. This is I got nothing. I'm speechless. I got nothing.
I got hands
Yeah, a
for
lot
that
of.
woman.
Say that again.
I got hands for that woman.
Nah, I feel you on that. Yeah, some people don't deserve to have kids.
At all.
But it's not even her kid. Like that's the
Exactly.
bad thing about it, man. Like, bro, and what, man? Hold on. You know what? It's time you guys start holding these broads accountable, man. She had to at some point showed him a sign of what she was capable of being. You can't tell me that she just came in this designer package and was like, "Oh yeah, I'm here and I'm, you know, whatever." Bro, the abuse that she did after, I'm looking at this story on the Daily Mail, and they're saying that after the dog, she was basically directing the dog like to do what it was doing, and then after she was unconscious is when she started punching her and kicking her and things like that. Moon Goddess is saying the father knew. You absolutely knew, bro. Like, you can't. There's a bit of crazy that we all love in women, to just be crazy just a little bit, and then you have that type of insane psychopath. Like, I don't get it, man. Y'all got it, man. Y'all, I'm just.
I would like to reiterate.
Mm-hmm.
You touch my child, I'm going to unalive you. And if you think you won't do that here, the police will get you. I don't care. If my daughter's gone, I'm not trying to be here much longer anyway. I'm taking you with me. You are going to keep us company, and it's not going to be fun because I got plenty of ideas in my mind of things to do to you in limbo until Jesus come back. I promise you, stay away from my child.
By the way, do you guys really think he saw the signs of that?
Yes,
It's like what you guys say.
I think
Like,
so.
That ain't some stuff that just pop up. Like the
Yeah,
ability
yeah,
to sick a dog on a human ain't some stuff that pop up. And to sick a dog on a child, that ain't some stuff that pop up, bro. That ain't some, oh, one day I just wanted to see what would happen. Like, no, that's some crazy that's been there. You don't hide that kind of crazy. I'm sorry.
You know what I bet, Kev, is that she yelled at that kid a little aggressive in front of him, and he was okay with it. She tested him. She had to have tested the boundaries as to what she could have got away with. And hey, listen, I'll tell you real quick. I remember one time I had gotten in trouble. You know, God bless my stepmom. She was gonna whoop my ass when I got out of the shower. She was literally waiting behind the shower door to lay the beats on me when I got out of the shower. And my dad busted in that bathroom and said, "You are not hitting my son." You see the difference there? I bet that this woman showed some signs of aggression towards that little kid, and the dad was just like, "Oh man, her mom dead already. She needs a strong female presence in her life." That's how they mask it. Strong female presence.
I ain't gonna lie. You might have needed that beating, Trevor. I ain't gonna lie.
I probably did. I absolutely probably needed it. But hey, but the point is, my dad was like, "You ain't gonna be," and he didn't say you can't beat him. He said you can't. You're not gonna beat him. Getting out the shower, because you know. Hey, we all know we bad enough to know
that sounds like abuse. I'm not gonna lie.
It hurt worse.
It hurts. It hurts.
Your skin be soft and clean.
That sounds like abuse. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I caught a couple of those.
Bro, hey, our parents didn't know what abuse was. That wasn't abuse to them growing up. They didn't know. They'll hit your ass in the head with anything they could find.
Oh yeah.
And it's just, you know, and I don't want to, and y'all know we're not making light of what's going on. I'm just saying, man, he had to have seen signs, and now he's in jail. So he can't even do anything. Hey, listen, everybody, please make sure you got cameras around your house. Please make sure you got, like, I got cameras everywhere. Yeah, so like every inch of my house is covered at all times because I need to know what's going on. Please make sure you got cameras in your house, because God forbid you have somebody around your kids and you don't know what's going on. Like that's crazy, man.
Hey,
that's crazy.
Y'all got cameras in that back room?
Huh?
You got cameras in that back room?
Man, you heard me say I got cameras everywhere, right?
So you saw what I did at the. All right, my bad. Never mind.
Pause.
I ain't paused nothing. I'm a grown man. I ain't paused nothing.
Oh my goodness, man. Yeah, bro. This is I just can't. And then the factor of the dog. I don't even know what did they say what kind of dog it was? I don't even remember.
It was probably one of them dogs from the 70s that they love sicking on black folk.
Because the dog was 100 pounds. It had to be pit bull, Rottweiler, something to that effect.
Doberman, German Shepherd,
Cane Corso, German Shepherd, one of them big dogs. You know how wicked you had to be. It's one thing to just hit somebody. Moon God saying Rottweiler, and I was just asking the other day, do they still make Rottweilers? Because I haven't seen a Rottweiler in forever. But you have to be a wicked person. It's one thing to hit somebody. Like I always say, I could pow somebody easily. That's not a problem. But to stab them, it takes like a special type of anger to do that, and to put a dog on a kid. You had to be a special kind of wicked for that. Like that's not regular type of wicked.
It's not, and it's making me wonder, like, where do these people come from? Like, what type of situation is going on in your head to where you're gonna do things like eat cats and then do this? I'm not joking.
Oh gosh,
eat cats and then do this to a child. Like, where do these people come from? You know, did it mention that she was on any like drugs or anything like that?
No, but you know that's what the case is gonna be. You know they're gonna that has insanity written all over it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I hope that lawyer's there for me after I unalive whoever touches my child.
Exactly. But you know that's gonna be the defense, right? Like they're gonna they're gonna plead insanity. Or they're going to go to some trauma in her childhood or something like that. Cliff says the family court system needs to be changed and have the person who loved the kid get the custody. So, all right, this is a good advertisement for abortion. Now, y'all know I didn't lax my stance on abortion because I was anti-abortion for the longest. And then, you know, I done laxed a lot. And I will say Mike led to a lot of that. And that was for a conversation we had a year and a half ago. But I play all that stuff back in my head. It's crazy to be anti against abortion. Like it's just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. But in a case like this, that wasn't her birth mom, but you do have birth parents that do that to their kids, not with the dogs, but the constant abuse. Some people just aren't meant to have kids. They just aren't. And I bet you people that do that a lot of times are people that said they didn't want to have a kid and somebody guilted them into having it anyway. I bet you that. And I'm like, I don't like to say stuff matter of factly, but I am going to matter of factly say that.
I'm not gonna go that far, but
I will.
I would say, you're right. I would say like they're like in general, we just need to be tougher on crime. Like I feel like if you commit some type of crime at a certain degree, like you just got to be euthanized. You know what I'm saying? Snip off your balls, cut off your clit. You know, something like that, to where like you can't even.
Cutting the clit ain't gonna stop nobody from having babies, man. What you think? How you think the female vagina works?
However it works in a vagina, damn it. But like you shouldn't be allowed to have kids if you like do a certain type of crime. Like, I don't know.
The little girl's only been living with her dad. Her little girl's only been living with her dad since October of 2023. She's been living with her grandmother the whole time. Her mom died from leukemia at the age of 24.
There's a reason he didn't have the baby.
Oh man. That just make it worse, man. Like the more I read down on this, that should just make it worse. Ugh. Oh my goodness, man. What happened?
You know what? I hope the homie's in jail. Go ahead, Kev. My bad.
Oh no, I'm saying poor thing, but that's my thoughts on that. It's just sad. The family has
I hope the homie's in jail. Give him a quick man lesson. Real, maybe not too quick, but a real good man lesson. You in here playing around when you supposed to be out there protecting your kid. Let me make you my new girlfriend. Period, point blank. All Diddy. Suck ass dude. That's lame, bro.
Hey, Kevin J. Kevin J says is Kev running as a Republican because tough on crime is very conservative. point of view, I think you should be very hard on crime. Like, hey, some people need. Listen. I am an advocate of the death. I am an advocate of the death penalty. Some people need the death penalty. They don't need it. You don't need people just walking around here.
Agree.
You know why I'm it's hard for me to say yes on the death penalty for one reason. It's the same reason I'm not big on we should do that because it's right. Because the way the world is shaped, it's not going to benefit us. I bet you tomorrow if the death penalty popped off, the majority of people dead will be black, and a bunch of them be found to be innocent after they were killed. Because who was it that said a great joke? I think it was Dave Chappelle. He might have said a joke like, the majority of men are in jail, black men are in jail right now because a white cop had a hunch. It must be him. And looked for nobody else but him and it kept getting stuff until it stuck. Look how many people we swore was innocent. I mean, we swore was guilty and then found out. Matter of fact, look at Jonathan Majors. Everybody was like, we know he be, remember that hit piece they put out about him in the magazine? We know he was weird. He was always weird. And then we see him running from the chick down the street. That ain't look weird. That look like a man trying to protect his life. But I digress.
I'm going to send you a story because it's funny that you say that. I'm going to send you a story of a guy that is supposed to be executed this week, even though they know he's innocent. I'm going to send my boy E send it to me earlier today. So I don't disagree with what you're saying, but you had to find a balance somewhere because some of these people deserve to die. Like, bro,
I'm all for that. But
especially
and I mean, and it needs to be in inhumane ways also, just like how they do to their victims. Don't give them the little pre-poison that numbs you so you don't feel anything. Nah, bro, let them feel it. Don't give them the towel to bite down on in the electric chair and all that stuff because they weren't thinking of that stuff when they were doing what they were doing. I mean, that's just it. But all right, so we done already went over 2 minutes over the timer, but it's all good.
One thing. Trevor said, I made sense. I changed his mind. And a year ago, I changed his thought pattern on something. All he's really saying is in the chat, Mike is right. Thank you very much. We can move along. We can go on, Reverend.
Look at he done already put him in there. I was about to say, if you join the channel membership for $1.99, you have unlimited access to the Mike is right emojis. Let's get up to the next let's get to the next story because again, we're holding people accountable. We're trying to see who we can hold accountable. Will they take accountability for their crimes? So let's get to the next. Let's get to the next. So I'm going to play 2 videos for this one. I'm going to play 2, and then we'll discuss it because they're kind of along the same vein. All right, so you want to share screen? All right, because I know this happens all the time in life. So whether this is a skit or not, this happens all the time.
Why would I do that? Did your daddy pass away?
But that was not. I don't even have my birth certificate. So you took my birth certificate?
Did he ever pay child support? And what you mean birth certificate? Didn't I have?
What does that got to do with me? He left me money, not you.
Okay, but
He
never took care of you, so that was his payback for me. That was my payback. That he's never gave me child support to take care of you or your
brothers. That has nothing to do with me.
What you mean it doesn't?
I don't know why you think you can just take my money. It's not your money. It's not yours at all.
It is my money. I had you.
It's in my name.
Okay,
that's stealing.
I gave you your name.
That's stealing. You took my birth certificate and claimed insurance money, my inheritance. That's stealing.
I had you with your father that passed away that didn't give me a single dime. Not one.
Why would you do that?
What you mean? Why would I do that?
All right, so that's the first one. Let's go to the next one.
Okay, so I got.
All right, hold on. Can you guys still see it? Okay, all right. Just want to make sure.
On camera. Please say it one more time because ain't nobody gonna believe this. Why can't I get my house? Why can't I get my house?
I prefer no camera, but what I'm reading here is that in 2000 that there was a eviction.
In 2000, ma'am, I was born in 98. That would have made me 2 years old. So how do I have an eviction when I was 2?
I do understand that. There are just several factors that we look at here, and there, with the eviction, and then there's a repo in 2008. I'm not.
Ma'am, I would have been 10 years old. Oh wait, so me and my girlfriend trying to get a house so I can move out of my mama house. So I'm trying to see. So mama, please explain to me. Please.
First and foremost, calm your voice down while we get in this room here.
But mama, please explain to me how I got an eviction. How do I have an eviction when I was 2?
I don't think you understand, ma'am. And while you over here trying to judge me and everything like that, reading off everything, you don't know what happened to us. Okay?
But man, you're supposed to be helping me co-sign, and I find out I can't even get a house because of you. Why is all this stuff in my name?
Calm your voice down now.
Okay.
All right.
You laughing? I'm not.
Oh no, I'm laughing because of how sad it is. So let's MD is saying what a dumb argument. I'm assuming he means the first girl. So we just had 2 stories. Let's go, Mike.
Yo, it's funny, right? Because when I argue, and I don't really argue, when I'm debating with a lot of women, and I tell them, okay, I'm with it. When I argue with a lot of people, but I try to debate with them first, but then I'm gonna get in because I ain't gonna lose. I tell them that there's a big chunk of women out there who can never take blame, who are always quote unquote justified in whatever they did. And this woman exemplifies what I'm talking about. The first words out of her mouth should be, yes, I said arguing, shut up. I'll bite you. Anyway, what I say, y'all gotta let me focus. I gotta get off the chat. The first thing she should have said is, I was wrong. I'm sorry I messed your life up, baby. But things were hard for me. I guarantee you he wouldn't have the attitude he had.
The righteous nigga Melvin move. Okay, keep going.
But I'm saying, hey, once you've already done something, there's nothing else you can do. I'll tell people all the time, I don't really do nothing to anybody, so I don't have to apologize a lot. But on the 2% chance I'm wrong, I have no problem saying I'm wrong. I don't understand why it's so hard for people. Why does this woman need to justify that she has ruined her child's attempt at having a better life? Like, that makes no sense to me. And when I tell people, especially women, that there are a plethora of grown women walking around as children, and they look at me and go, "Nah, it's not a lot. They grow." You looking at it, because we all know this ain't irregular. Excuse the double negative. This is not something that doesn't happen regularly. I know people personally this happened to. Personally, in a generation of mine and below mine. I know mad kids that got light bills in their name and they still not paying it. Yo, how could you ruin your child's credit as an adult, as a parent? Like, if I had, let's say I had to use my baby's name, right? That's going to be the time I'm not missing a payment. Why would I ruin my child? I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to put my daughter's name on my bank account so she can leech off this 800 credit I got. I'm trying to have her eat. I want her to be 18 and they throwing credit cards. She's like, no, my daddy said he don't need this. I got whole life insurance. I can use that. I can use whole life as a credit card. I'm good. I don't need it. That's what I want my baby on. Why don't you want your child to be better? Why don't you want your y'all disgust me. That's how I'm gonna leave it at that. Go ahead, Kev. Y'all disgust me. Pathetic.
I'm not gonna lie. In those 2 scenarios, I'm more disappointed in the men, because stop nutting in these bum. No, I'm kidding.
No, you're right. I'm not
wrong.
I'm not mad at it.
Okay.
You're not mad at it.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Stop nutting in these bum ass chicks, bro. Stop doing that. Stop doing that, bro. Like,
do better.
Do better. Yes. If you had more self-esteem, you would have found a chick who's not so bummy to where she's got to rip off her daughter's life insurance policy or ruin her daughter's credit. This is what you should have done. But first, yes, this does remind me of like my own real life situations, to where I had a friend who her mom kicked her out and she was trying to get an apartment. but because her mom ruined her credit report buying furniture of all things, furniture, she couldn't get an apartment. So she had to live with some white people. But yeah, that's another story for another time.
White people saving the day.
They actually did, yeah. She's in a way better place, which kind of makes you think, huh? Anyways, so what he should have done if he wanted to leave something was either one, have a life insurance policy for the daughter and the wife, so that way they can both be taken care of. Yep.
That's the baby mama, not the wife.
Either way, you gotta take care of your baby moms. That's still your daughter's mom, motherly figure either way. So yeah, either way, I would have said have like a life insurance policy for the mom and the daughter. Also set up a trust to where, you know, if there's any issues in court with your other things, then at least the trust can like divvy out the assets later on. That's financial tips for you guys as well. And then when it comes to that second video, go ahead.
No, I agree with you on the trust. Go ahead. I just wanted to agree. I agree with the trust.
Actually, there's a better way than the trust, but we'll talk about it another time. Go ahead.
Yeah, or you can talk about it right now. But and then yeah, second video. Yeah, I mean, your mom's a bum. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, my guy. I definitely blame the mom. I don't blame just the dad. But with the dude who's recording, stop yelling at that white lady. She has nothing to do with what your mom did, bro. That's one thing that works me.
I don't think he was yelling at her though.
Yelling at her.
Hey, the funnier thing about the second video is that he said that he wanna get an apartment with him and his girlfriend.
That's hilarious.
That guy don't sound like he got a girlfriend, but you know, his mom raised him. His mom raised him, so I guess. But hey, yeah, that's crazy, bro. The whole life insurance and her answer to the life insurance is he never gave me child support, so it's mine.
That's whack,
bro. Like what?
That's a whack human being, bro.
So here's my thing. How can legally? Well, she said she took her birth certificate. And a lot, okay, yeah, and a lot of times I don't. Yeah, a lot of and she probably the kid probably never even had her own birth certificate. So that's crazy, man. And just like and just laying there all matter of factly like, and the guy probably didn't even leave her no big policy. You know what I'm saying? He probably got her, you know, whatever he could get, maybe a $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 policy just to try to get his daughter a little head start. And she probably took it and tricked it off on bags and a whole bunch of unnecessary shit, weave and blonde wigs and all that other bullshit that don't mean anything.
He hate blonde wigs.
Yeah, hey, black women shouldn't have blonde hair, man. I'm telling you, like that boy. Hey, black women should absolutely never have blonde hair. You can't love your oppressor so much that you want to start looking like them. That's crazy. It was my dad who did it. So Moon Goddess says she says that her parents were the OG of F them kids. That's great. So have y'all ever had that done? Anybody put anything in your name? My dad never did that to me. Never.
My mother would never. My mother took my father died when I was 3 months old. My birth father and my adopted father, quote unquote, died when I was 6. And all the money that both of those men left me, my mother took Social Security and everything, put it in an account, and used it to help me during my life. And when I got to a certain age, I told her to keep the rest.
See, MD is saying inheritance protection law. She legally okay. So MD, and I'm glad you saying that, but that's why I say that it wasn't like, I don't think it was one of those policies through like one of these companies that bring you through the red, because you know in the state of Florida you could take out a life insurance policy on anybody. I don't know if you know if you're aware of that. You could literally take out a life insurance policy on anybody without them being assigned.
Your life.
Yeah, without them being assigned or anything. So I bet you it was one of those type of policies where like a Globe Life or something. That's what comes to mind. Because Globe Life, the one that always sends you the thing in the mail, those are those type of policies that you get that you don't have to have a signer, you don't have to do anything. The life insurance policies that we have, you got to go do some red tape. You know what I mean? You got to make sure that everything is up and up. So I think that's the issue there. It's probably one of them policies that he probably didn't have it, or he probably had a kid and was like, hey, let me leave her something, you know, and let me hop on this $20,000 policy, and hey, she can get it if anything happened to me.
Or she just made her sign it when she was a minor. I don't know why y'all think black parents ain't slick. They've been doing that foolishness for the longest. Hey, baby, sign this. What's this, mama? It don't matter. Just sign it for my mama. Give you some Cheerios. Okay, mama.
Yeah, they ain't even got their signature. They ain't even got their signature down pat yet.
Can you write cursive?
Well, yeah, I don't know about protection laws outside of Florida, but no, with life insurance, you don't really have to have someone's signature. You just need their social and date of birth, and you can have a policy in case you pass away, and it'll give the benefits to, you know, whoever. So in this case, I'm assuming that and the reason it was probably easy to do is that the kid was under 18. So because she's under 18, like the parents have to accept the money, or parent or guardian has to accept the money in her place. So I'm assuming
that's what Kevin J is saying, that the life insurance video seems like it happened when she was a minor, because the insurance company would have issued a check in the daughter's name. Yeah, when my brother's mom died, she died, I think he was 16 or 16. So the money had to go to his legal guardian at the time, and then was distributed that way. So I think that absolutely is what happened. But again, the mom, again, the name of the show, accountability or lack thereof, no accountability. And then she pulls out the ultimate, you better lower your voice. Who you talking to like that? Huh?
Yep.
Huh?
I'm starting to think the name of the show is Your Parents Can Be Your Worst Enemy. Holy.
Hey, Kev, you remember I told you women do the 3 B's? The BITCH, the baby, and the boss? That mama was pulling the first one.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about the bitch, the baby, the boss. But that's crazy though, bro. Like literally, he bring. You know what is almost like? It's like somebody did something to you. Well, in this case, he did. But you see the movies where it be a homie that off your best friend, and then you find out at the funeral like he the one who did it. This man literally bringing her to co-sign for him, and like that stuff's not going to follow you. Like what did she have to feel on the car ride over there? Like, man, was she thought they wasn't going to run nothing?
Sir, the same way we watch women go on paternity court and swear, but I hear 100,000% the daddy knows she was busting it open for 4 other dudes. The same way you can't, when certain people lie to themselves, they do it so well you can't tell them the truth. You ever see somebody go on Maury and be like, this can't be true, Maury, there was nobody else, and next week it be the dude that was somebody else? That's how they are. They are delusional and will lie to themselves about anything. Anything. And that's not man, woman. That's all of them. The same dudes that be like, what you talking about? That wasn't me. That wasn't me. Mm-hmm. That wasn't me. Bro, you lying. You know it was you. They got pictures. That wasn't me, the picture. Yes, it was. You got the same mole on your cheek. Nah, that wasn't me. They straight delude. They will lie to themselves until it's over. You can have a DNA. They're going to lie to themselves and lie to the world. Those are the kind of people that exist, and they disgust me.
Yeah, your parents will really mess you over and not even like
care.
Either they'll make excuses about it, or just be like, you know what, I'm your parent. I can do whatever I want to you. Like, that's crazy. Facts. Like, this is why I say, even though I joke around, like, this is why you got to like get out of your situation. I might joke around and say like you got to leave the hood when you want to be successful, but same thing. Like, you gotta get away from like the toxic people in your life in order for you to grow. Because if not, you're gonna end up in a horrible situation.
So Kevin J says, then parents wonder why children go no contact. For the longest, I've always been the one to be like, hey, make it right with your parents, make it right with your parents. Sometimes I see, hey, these parents need to be held at a distance. Like, I don't care, family member or not, if it's not going to cost me my peace. If it's at the cost or the price of my peace, then I'm gonna just have to hold you at bay. But again, MD is saying the mother can't touch that money. She's simply the custodian. MD, that's why I say I don't think it was like from a legit company. I think it was, bro, I'm telling you, in the state of Florida, you could get a life insurance policy on somebody you don't even know. Moon God is somebody F them kids. So if you could do that, then what would you need to sign for? Like you don't have to prove nothing. That's crazy.
Why you listening to MD? MD still think policy trump everything.
Yeah.
He think the Constitution trump everything. But while a policeman will walk in your house and take you to jail and act like the Constitution don't exist.
Yeah, I don't know why MD harping on that. Like as if we again is look up the company Globe Life. That's one that you look up, and those are one of those insurance companies where you don't need no exams, you don't need anything. All they want to do, they'll underwrite you in no time. And you wonder why I know so much about it, because maybe about 20 years ago I got with them, and then I realized this is bull crap and got rid of it, got with a real company. Because the worst thing as a man is not to leave your family protected. You know, so if, in the event that anything happened to me, at least my wife and daughter will be taken care of. Oh man,
y'all hear that, people? That's what men do. That's what adults do. They think about protecting and providing for their kid. Not, man, I got to get this cable. I can't live without Falcon Crest. Let me put it in my baby's name.
Hey, hey, you couldn't have came up with a more older show.
Y'all showing
I
your
had to pick,
age.
I had to pick one that I
this
never
man
watched.
said Falcon Crest.
I had to pick one that I didn't watch, but I know you would laugh at.
Yo. Hey, I've been watching this channel lately. God, I forget his name. I hate when I be watching these channels, but they literally just review and go over all the old movies. So I've been like literally, because honestly, I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of these YouTubers that I used to listen to, they only about a bunch of bullshit and drama. So I just stopped listening to a bunch of them, and I watch like these white people that do these movie reviews and things like that. And they review like Garbage Pail Kids, Bill and Ted Excellent Adventure, Flight of the Navigator, all them type of movies that people be like, damn, bro, when you say that, hell, me and my daughter next Saturday are gonna watch Never Ending Story. I didn't realize Never Ending Story is 40 years old.
Yo, that big whatever the hell animal that thing was used to scare me.
Falcor. Hey, let's not forget the craziest scene when the horse drowned in the oh my god.
Yo, that movie and Legend. That was the first time I seen a demon.
Legend was awesome, man. Those
run, Tom Cruise, run.
Hey, y'all don't know about some old movies, man. I be looking at all these old movies, and then I find these people on YouTube that like review them, and then they take me back the way they do it. Hey, speaking of reviews, if y'all didn't check out the Baby Boy review last week, y'all missing a treat. We are gonna have to revisit it because we left a lot out just for the timing purposes, but I see where mistakes were made as far as me structuring it. So I'm a come back from those mistakes and do a more tighter show. But y'all make sure that show was fantastic. Like I had people sending me messages to you had two sides. Jody is an F boy or Jody's not an F boy. Nobody was in between. It was like nobody could see it. Nobody gave him the benefit of the doubt and been like, well, maybe slightly. It was either he is or he isn't. So y'all make sure, look at Keelan and put the link in the chat, man. We had a lot of fun doing that, man. So y'all in the chat, let us know what movie you want us to do next, because I kind of love the movie reviews. That was fun. But you know, yeah, after the first one, we'll, you know, I know where to tweak certain things now. So we'll tighten it up more for time purposes. Speaking of time purposes, MD, I hope you liking this format, because this is what we doing Wednesday. I got to keep Venkat going, man. Can't let him get in his own thoughts.
And in case you all didn't know, and the Baby Boy talk, look in the chat. Mike was right.
Get out of here.
Thank you kindly.
Cap.
Mike is right. Thank you.
But you know, Moon God is saying wait until excel. That's a chick movie. That's a chick movie. You ever had one? You know, but yeah,
I can talk about wait to exhale right now. I don't even need time.
Shout out to my boy in the building. Hey, I would rather an older movie. Just personally, I know Kev wanted to do like something newer. I personally would rather like an older movie, just because you know some of these new movies ain't about shit. But yeah, man, y'all drop it in the chat and we'll get a list going, because we got to have Boomerang on the docket.
It's the Mac Daddy vibe I am giving you.
Yeah, we gotta have Boomerang, like New Jack City. Yeah, we gotta. Yeah, see, I love the movie review, and that's something I always wanted to do. So don't get me going down the movie review line, because we'll turn this bitch into nothing but doing movie reviews. They just take time to do, because I actually had to go pull all the pictures and do all of this, and it's a very labor intensive thing. So we'll probably give you all one a month or something, like two for New Jack City.
And it's sad because the person that's supposed to be doing that with me wasn't even here.
Look at that. You got two for New Jack City already. All right.
Y'all just want to watch that man butt naked walk down the street with a gun in his boot.
Hey, Boomer. Oh, so Keela says Boomerang is on her watch list. If you don't know Keela, we love Keela over here. So we'll never completely take her black card, but there's a couple of movies she hadn't watched. So, you know, we giving her a grace period. That's what we doing. We giving her a grace period.
Harlem Nights is first, boo boo.
Oh my God, first. Harlem Nights. Shot me in the pinky toe. All right.
Greatest movie of all time.
All right, let's keep on with the accountability talk. Oh yeah, this one. I think Micah Ricardo sent me this one. So let's see what this sister has to say. Life. See, now they throw in the ideas in the chat. Shout out to the chat, man. Y'all make sure and hit that like button on your way in or out. Let me know when you can see it.
I see her.
Yep.
So I was talking to a male friend of mine the other day, and he told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. And I began to really think deeply about this idea. And one of the things that came across my mind is, in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive and very, just very harsh, and they stopped coming. And even though the husband would continue to come, he made it very clear that, yeah, she won't apologize. She thinks you're wrong. She thinks you're taking my side. And I began to really reflect, like, oh my gosh, is it true that women don't apologize? Is it that women struggle with being held accountable? I'd love your thoughts on this. Me personally, I think it has to do with a person's level of emotional maturity. What do you think?
So as you guys can see, the name of the show was taken from this video. So let's go ahead and put that timer up. What do you guys think, man? Sound off. The only thing I'll say is the women are the one that initiate going to therapy. They're the ones that's normally their first line, like, hey, I think we need to go to therapy. Until the therapist tells them, something they really don't want to hear. All right, go ahead, Mike.
The only reason the majority of women that ask to go to therapy really want to go to therapy is to have another person tell the man he's wrong. That's what they want. That's why they go get their girlfriends. That's why they try to talk to their girlfriends, and that's why every girl I've ever been with, when we beefing about something, I'll make them go call their homegirl. Go call your girl. I bet you I'll make her say you wrong. Because if a woman hears another woman that she respects say she wrong, it hurts their soul. it hurts their soul. So when they take you to therapy, all they want is somebody to tell you wrong so she can go, yeah, I told you. Bro, that's nothing. If you want to see something, there's a show on Showtime. I believe it's called Family Therapy or something like that. I'll look it up. If you ever want to see how women Usain Bolt from accountability, watch this show. You can see snippets of it on YouTube. I wish I remember the name, but I was downloading it like crazy because you don't understand. I do nothing. If I am nothing, I learn from women who are smarter than me. That's why I am so attuned to women in relationships. That's why it's hard for me to be in one, because all the women I see that other guys go, hey, I'll take her. I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be bad around 4 months from now, bro. You don't want that. And all the women that I know I could connect with, stuff always be getting in the way. It'd be distance, it'd be other dudes, it'd be whatever. But y'all be, bro, they don't want to fix things. They want you to say they right and to shut up and do what she says. That's why we're having the disconnect in men and women today. Because men are supposed to lead and women want to be leaded, but the women today want to be led without being told what to do. And that shit don't make no sense. I can't lead. If me, Trevor, and Kevin are going through a forest, I can't lead them Negroes if I can't tell them what to do. Hey, we're going to head north. Kevin, make sure you walk a little backwards or sideways so you can watch behind us. Trev, make sure you paying attention sideways. Nigga, hold up, bro. You don't tell me what to do. We gonna die. We're going to die. This is what I'm saying. Today's women, they want to be led, but they want to be led the way they want to be led. They want to be led by my rules. That's not how it works. You don't go in the military and tell your drill sergeant, that ain't how you tell me to do push-ups. That ain't how it works.
Okay.
Go ahead, Kev. My bad.
Oh, you're good.
I
You're good.
I tried to stop myself.
You good. You good. No, I think it's a little more complicated than just that. Because
it's not.
No, it is. It is. Because I'm not gonna put it on just women. I think it's just anybody in general who is not really spiritually in tune with themselves. Because like, let's take some black people get their ass beat by the police. A lot of black people would watch a video and watch a guy get his ass beat and be like, man, the cops is wrong. But they're not gonna say like, you know what? If he would have just complied and just gave his license and stopped giving lip, maybe that officer wouldn't whip his ass or like pull him out the car. So that's the way I see it with accountability. And then you mentioned about leading. Let me get back to that. Let me get to that first. So you mentioned leading. I mean, women and people don't mind being led if they feel like the person that's leading knows what they're doing. So it's kind of like if you're in a car with somebody, you're in a car with a homie, and you see them like swerving in the road, like you're not gonna feel comfortable like being in their car. But if you see your Uber driver or your homie is driving straight to their destination, all fine, all good, all fine and dandy, then yeah, you're gonna take their lead. So that's the way I see it with leading when it comes to women. Accountability wise, with people, like they're always defensive. Like if you say you did this to me or it's your fault, they're gonna think like, wait a minute, why are you attacking me? So I see it the same way with women. You kind of like have to paint the picture and kind of like hit their emotions. Like, you know what, I kind of felt like this when this happened, and try to like paint the picture to make them understand, because they, at the end of the day, they're not going to understand like how it feels to be a man and how it feels to like deal with a woman. And yeah, this is stuff like I've had to learn myself, like dealing with some of my friends. Like how do I say what? Like I had this one friend who like do I want to say this on live? Okay, I'll just say it. I had one friend who we did some stuff together, you know what I'm saying? We did a naked tango. And
congratulations.
A couple months later, we was chit-chatting, and she was like, how often do you get your STD tests? And I'm like once a year. She's like, what? Huh? Like what? How do you know you even have something, or you gave me something? I was like, you're like the third person I slept with this year. And then like it turned to a huge argument to where she was like, saying it was messed up and this and that I didn't consider that to get a condom. Long story short, like I could have argued with her, but I was like,
it was just you. She couldn't enforce you to wear a rubber.
Thank you.
Go
I
ahead.
agree. I agree.
I just wanted to interject. That's a go ahead.
No, I agree. I agree.
Interject. She's a grown woman. She felt the penis slide in her ween.
Oh, she felt it. Mm-hmm.
She,
Hey, go back.
There wasn't no rubber on that thing.
Go back to last week where what did Yvette say? It's my fault too. I shouldn't have stopped taking my pills.
Thank you.
Whoa.
She's an
You're not going
adult.
there.
She know what she was getting with, and ain't gonna call you and get mad. That's literally what we're talking about. She's blaming herself 0%.
That's not the point. The point was like I could have been.
The point.
Hold on. I could have went back and forth with her about like because I only asked for a kiss and then she just ended up hopping up on it. But
that's even worse.
That's even worse.
Hold on. Let me finish. So I'm arguing this like I just asked for a kiss, but you hopped on it. You could have asked for a condom. I had a condom in my backpack.
Let me get on move.
But the whole point was like she wanted to make sure that I'm taking the lead to let her know that like listen, I got to make sure that we're safe. Like I got to make sure I'm not going to do anything to make you get injured without, you know, it being by mistake, you know. So I should have taken initiative to initiate getting a condom to make sure we don't have no issues in the future. So after I apologize about that, it was everything was like fine and dandy. But okay, you go ahead.
Hey, real quick, Mike, before you say I don't know how it is now because I'm married, but what was the scariest 3 days of your life growing up in the early 2000s? If you slipped up,
test to come back.
Yep. Hey, I never forget one time I had went and got my blood work and everything because you know your mind plays tricks on you, so you'll feel like all crazy and stuff, and you think something's wrong with you. So I go get the test and everything, and I'm on my way home from work, and you know they're not supposed to. Okay, so it's a no call. It's a no call, then you're good. So they call me. I'm like, oh Lord, I'm talking to the doctor. And she just beating around the bush, like just completely beating around the bush. So I just came out. I'm like, yo, do I have something? Like, what the hell's going on? And then she's like, no, we just wanted to call you to tell you if you want the written results, you could come in and get them, but you're clean. Man, bro, that's the scare. Yeah, hey, that Chris Rock special he did one time, he said, man, waiting them for, he said he passes his test with a C+. It's just crazy, man. Go ahead, Mike.
First, I want to say, Moon Goddess bailed you out, Kev, because I really wanted to do on you, but her comment got me.
Queen.
You can't even spell her name right. Sit down, boy. Anyway, the problem is, don't get me wrong, there are some men out there who can't lead, but you can't tell somebody how to lead when you don't know how to. How you gonna tell a man how to lead and you don't know how to lead? And obviously, let's be clear, most of y'all ain't had nobody lead you right, so how you know the dude doing it wrong? Or was it that you were impatient and he wasn't doing it the way you thought he should do it? That's what it was. I'm not going to hold you. That's what it is most of the time. They don't know what it is, but they know what they want to do. It's the same thing as I got a family member who called me yesterday. This is crazy that I can use it. Called me yesterday and was complaining about her baby daddy, how she come home and she told him to throw the garbage out and he don't want to throw the garbage or do the dishes. And I talked to her for a while and it come to find out that he does throw the garbage out. He does do the dishes. He just don't do it when she want him to do it. And that's the problem. And I told her, ma'am, I'm gonna let you have that, Moon. Ma'am, did you tell him you needed the garbage thrown out at a certain time? No, but he know what time. No, don't tell me what he knows. Just like they say in court, that's hearsay. If you don't let what you need or what you want be known, then it's irrelevant. I'll do the dishes when I damn well please. I'll take the trash out when I damn well please. You don't know how to lead. If you knew how to lead, I'm not going to say that.
Is that how you say it, though?
I was going to say it. What?
Is that how you say
yes.
it, though? Oh, see, that's a problem, man. You sound mean. You sound like
You're
a
the
meme,
one
bro.
that got women thinking it's okay to make men sound like bitches. That's you.
Nah.
If you want to sound like a bitch, hey, ma'am, all right, I understand that you let me into your vagina without thinking about protection, but it's my fault because I should have thought about protection to lead you, even though you not my woman. So why the hell am I leading you? You're a
Let me
grown
bring it
adult
back.
woman. Lead your damn self. I'm here to lead my woman. I lead my woman, not you. You a woman that's giving me some cooter. That don't make you my wife. That don't
Don't
make
let
you
me
my wife.
forget.
Period. Point blank. You a
Don't let me
grown
forget.
adult
Moon
trying
got
to
his
get some
comment.
friction. That's it. You want some friction? I want some friction. Some friction in a. That's it. Now go
So
about your
when
business.
Melvin, I'm sorry. So when Melvin apologized, you think that was a bitch move?
When he didn't apologize until a boy left. You see the difference?
Wait, what?
He made sure nobody was around. He didn't apologize to the person he should have apologized to. He apologized to a boo. My baby, the girl I gotta sleep with tonight. That's some sucker shit. And I've been called Melvin a sucker. Didn't
Melvin
I?
from Baby Boy, I'm talking about.
There's no other Melvin we talking about.
Because that don't sound right. I'm talking about when he kissed his girl, after the
He
marijuana.
talking about when she found the plant.
Right.
So
I
Mike
was
saying
talking
that
about
he
after
should
he
have
punched
apologized.
Jody in the face.
Oh no, he's talking about when she found the plant.
Right.
And he was
Bro,
he
that
was
wasn't
like,
an
I'm
apology.
sorry. Yeah,
That
he
was
said
a
I'm sorry. He
Mac
said
move.
I'm sorry. It
What are you
was a
talking about?
mistake. I'm sorry.
No.
It was a mistake, and I'll never do it again.
Right. I'm saying that wasn't no real apology. That was a Mac move.
You
That was a
bugging.
let me shut this heifer up real quick with these lips. And it worked. You
You
see the
bugging.
argument was done, right? Hey, baby, my bad. I shouldn't even have did that. Mwah, and walked off. And she was like this. That was a Mac move. He
Yeah,
wasn't thinking about what she was talking about.
she was speechless. She was just
Thank
like,
you.
hey,
That's
Moon
Kevin
got
over there thinking that you got to talk, man. If you laying it down right, and my twin will tell you this. If you laying it down right, you can get away with a whole bunch of nonsense. All you got to do is be like, my bad, baby. He ain't mean that shit. He gonna
Correct.
grow it on the other side of the house next week.
Correct. There's a right way to talk to someone, right?
No,
And
there's a
in
way to
that
talk to.
situation, he handled it without having to yell, without saying like, "Big, I told you I can do whatever I want in this house. I live here, I pay the bills, and this and that." Did he have to do that? No. He apologized, said, "Hey, baby, mwah,
Do you
I'm
know
sorry.
why he didn't have to do
I'm
that?
gonna give you some tonight."
You know why he didn't have to
Go
do that?
ahead.
Because her aggression was already aimed at someone else.
Cap.
She wasn't. It's not Cap.
Jody was an
She was
asshole.
mad
Cap.
at Jody. She had been mad at Jody for like an hour, sitting there rocking back and forth. Her anger was to him. That's why after he said, I'm sorry, she went back to arguing with Jody. See,
Mike,
you
if you
over
yelled
here
at me the
thinking,
way
like a teenager. You don't understand the complexities of foolhardy women.
y'all stay tuned for that Baby Boy 2 review, because I mean, hey, we got to do a part
right.
2.
Some dudes come off like bitches. You right.
Yeah, so Moon Goddess says no. Some men naturally come off sounding like bitches.
Facts.
So let's go back though. She says that I'm a leader and the oldest daughter. I think though what we're talking about here is two different type of leading. Leading as a man and leading as a woman is two different things. Leading your household as a man is a whole different set of responsibility that you're not ready to take on, because you're the first partaker, in everything. Like gunman comes in, the man of the house got to be the one ready to ride or die. Hopefully he got his woman beside him that's going to help regulate too. But I think so we got two different leadings. But I do agree. I agree in part. Some men don't know how to lead, but I also agree some women don't know how to be led. And the reason I say they don't know how to be led is the same reason they don't know what a good man is, because they never saw one in the house.
Talk your ish.
Problem. They never saw
that ish.
They never saw one in the house, so they have nothing to compare it to. So they're literally comparing what a good man is based off of what they see on the internet.
Hey, and ladies, for all the ladies that think they leaders, right? And I know I'm not sending this, even though Moon Goddess is the one who said it, I'm not sending this to her, because Moon Goddess will be the type to be like, I'll do it, just to have an argument with me, but I ain't in the mood for it. I'm going to tell women, if you feel, I can agree with this, here she go. I'm going to say this. If you feel like you the leader, right? Ask yourself what you would do if your man lost his job. This is your man that's been taking care of you for 3 years. Y'all been in a relationship for 3 years. He paid all the bills. Now he lost his job, and he has no prospects on the horizon. How long are you gonna pay all the bills? Now there's a couple women that's gonna be like, well, he got 3 years. They're lying, because women are not built to have all the stress on them. They're not. They're not built for it. It's a manly thing. Women, the second everything is on them, they start saying foolishness like, I don't understand. I got all this financial pressure, and he's not holding me down. How am I supposed? I can't be with him. He's not a man if he can't provide. That's what women say the second a man ain't doing his job. If it's the other way around, a man don't even think about her money. He don't even think about holding it down. That's what a man does. But a woman, it's naturally in them. They can't do it. A woman can't come home and see a man sitting in the same position that he was sitting on a couch when she left. That in and of itself will make them blow up. And that's if he got a job. It could be Sunday. If they left for church on Sunday and he's sitting on the couch, come back and he's sitting in the same place, you ain't do nothing the whole time I've been gone. It's naturally in them. They can't deal with it.
So y'all see, we're gonna have to teach Mike to adhere to this 15-minute rule. Oh, all right, here go another one. So trigger warning. Here we go. So this is the last one. This is the last one of the night. Wait a minute. I was with a dude for over 10 years. He was jobless for 5 years. I held it down. Oof.
What I told you. Didn't I say she was gonna say that?
Queen.
I know Moon. I know Moon like this.
All right, here we go.
I knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average Black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So I already knew I had him. My husband back then, boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially Black American family, has barely a family unit. There is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family. Can you imagine that?
All right, so I'm
let me
yeah, because this is the last one, but what I okay, because I feel like we're gonna have some different views on this.
You can't start the clock and you talking. That's not fair.
Yeah, man. Hey, I said we got to be out by 7:45. It's almost time. We got to be careful of how we let other people just generalize the culture. And that's a problem that I'm seeing with these white women. And the I wish Wayne was here. The culture that Passport Bros and stuff like that are fostering. You allow these women to get too comfy and too familiar with Black culture and Black women, so that they could just call them any type of thing. So that's the only thing I wanted to say for now. So y'all got it.
It's funny how I've been saying that for the longest. I say that about Black culture every day. I say that y'all stop letting Black people in. There's only one white person allowed at my cookout. Everybody knows who that is. But I digress. I don't believe that was a white woman. Say it again.
Vanessa Hudgens.
I will kick you in your ankle meat. Even though anyway, just let me say this. Black men made her feel like she could say this. I don't think, was that a white woman? Are we sure that was a white woman?
She was a Turkish woman.
Turkish.
She looked okay. All right. I'm gonna say this. What she said was rude. but was it wrong? It can be both.
No,
But it could also it can be
it
both.
wasn't wrong. Wasn't wrong at
But
all.
it wasn't wrong. You feel me? Because I know we could sit down right now and watch a million videos on YouTube with a million different women and know that this woman ain't talking nonsense. You feel me? I had a woman tell me the other day, she was writing me, she was DMing me, and she was just saying, she said like sweet things to me. She was like, yo, you know, we got love for you and we care about you and da da da. And I instantly was like, do you need your car washed? Like, you need me to wash your car? Like, what you? Because a man don't get that good stuff from a human being. We don't get compliments like that. We don't get love like that. So when somebody gives it so freely, it's like, yo, this is the outlet for my masculinity. Like, what you need me to handle? You need me to, I got to cut a log or something? Like, what's up? Like, no, dead serious. If she was here, she'll tell you. I was like, you need me to wash your car? Like, I was in there. Like, you need me to go get your gas? You need to change your tire? Like, that's what we thrive off of. I tell them all the time, men are easy. The only reason women act like they can't figure us out is because they want us on their terms. It don't work like that. It don't work like that because you don't want to be on our terms. You need to find a common ground and work it from there. But they don't even want to bend today. They don't even want to bend today.
Same here, Moon Goddess. My queen in there making your boy some steak and shrimp. So I ain't got no complaints here.
I've never heard Nene or Moon Goddess complain about being single and how it's hard to find a man. I never heard either one of them women do that.
Well, Nene better not do that. Hey, Kev, before Kev, I do want to say this. I wonder what kind of man she got, because she's saying it like, if you read the comments, when you watch videos like that, you always got to read the comment section because the black women just be going crazy. But some of them are making the point. What kind of man do you have that's like that? Because hell, like Mike's saying, man, you have some women, they'll make you want to go cut a log down or something. So she probably could get a guy that she acts like that, and now she done got a leech forever now. They're just going leech off her.
Nigga,
so
you don't call me a leech?
No, I ain't saying you was. See, he totally missed the first part.
You said you can get a man. I heard get a man like Mike, and he can totally leech you. That hurt my feelings. I am not.
That's not at all what I said.
Okay,
Kev, what you think about this snow bunny, Kev?
That snow bunny is correct in her opinion or perspective. So the type of men I'm assuming she's talking about, and I'm sure she's talking about, are passport bros who, you know, she's right, probably haven't had the luck to get the woman that they're looking for. So yeah, they just go overseas. But no, in my 30 years of life and living, in my experiences, you know, I've been with moms and sisters and daughters and aunties.
You whore,
like that, right? I'm a bad boy.
Take that.
Right. Whoa, pause. So I've noticed that, like, yeah, there's gonna be, you know, you're gonna have your great women who are catering and they love to take care of their man, and then and it's even with hoes, like even hoes take care of their man. And then you have the ones who like expect you to do everything in a relationship. Like they don't put any effort. So of course, yeah, there's gonna be those out there. And yeah, if a guy feels unsatisfied, I really don't blame him from going to I don't blame him for going overseas to find love. But at the same time, like a lot of guys can't handle the woman that they want or aren't in the situation to get the woman that they want. So instead of taking the easy route and just going overseas, I would say just try your best to deal with what you have in your area. Now, of course, if you're getting too old, then yeah, maybe you should check other options. But yeah, I'm sorry.
I feel like that was a jab.
Hey, Mike, I want to ask you this question because Wayne not here, so I had to ask you by proxy.
Let me finish, okay?
Go ahead.
Yeah, because and the reason I'm saying that is because with the whole passport bro situation, like there's more stories coming up where like guys are going overseas and they're getting kidnapped and they're getting unalive and stuff like that. So it's like, okay, it's easy cooch like overseas, but you know, like, is it worth it though? Is it worth it? Is it worth getting robbed and drugged and, you know, tied up with a drug cartel, etc.? Go ahead.
I subscribe to this guy called I think his name like O'Shea Duke Jackson, and all he does on his channel is just play videos of those passport bros going to other countries getting hemmed up. So Kev, you can answer this too, but mainly Mike, I want to hear what Mike had. The whole passport bro phenomena. Do you think, because when you listen to them, their complaint always is black women just don't listen, or black women don't know how to act, or black women got these crazy standards. I can go over to other countries and those women be submissive and stuff like that. Do you think their whole thing is just being they literally just can't handle black women? Or is it just that simple that they just going over there because they get these women that put up zero resistance?
Sir, that's the problem. And that's ignorant black women say stuff like that. Because the same way that black
women, how
he
answered that question?
How'd I answer it?
Take accountability.
I am.
How you answer that question?
I'm going to answer the question. I am. No. All right, ask it again and I'll answer it, then I'll go into it. Ask it again.
Go ahead and do what you're gonna do. I just wanted but I wanted y'all to Mike answered that question like that's what I was saying versus me throwing something out there.
That's so funny because I said that exact thing about you on the Baby Boy show. That's funny. But anyway, all right, let's answer the question. His question is, can they not handle black women? I say it's not that they can or cannot handle black women. I don't think that. I think you're having a false premise. That's why I tried to elucidate. But you want me to get into it? Fine. I don't think that's the premise. I think these type of men and the modern black women, I'm not saying black women totally. I'm saying the modern black woman and these type of guys are not compatible. I don't think they work. I think they've been told their whole life that they have to get a black woman. And when they go try to talk to a black woman, this is what they see. And it's not appetizing for them. So that's why I think they run. It's not about not handling. Look at me. I am me. I can handle a black woman. I've done it my entire life. That don't mean I want to. Now, am I saying I don't want to? No. I like black women. I like them dark. I like them fun. I like them with a little, anyway. But that's just my thing. I like black women. I like their swag. I like how they move. I like how they talk. I like how they could bring something out of me. But I've been trained on how to deal with black women. I don't think these guys, you know how Kevin Samuels used to say 20% of the men are getting all the babies and getting everybody pregnant, and 50% of men are virgins? That's who we're talking about, guys who don't know. These are the men who never learned game. You think a guy that has no game is going to get a black woman phone number? Think about that. The second he goes, hi, my name is Point Dexter. Man, if you don't get your goofy, dusty ass. And now he don't want to talk to black women. I think there's a majority of men out there like that talk. They're like racist white people. They talked to one black person and it went bad and it was like, see, I can't mess with them. It's like that. It's not about handling, because if you learn about black women, you know they aggressive up front. You know they aggressive because they defensive. And you know you could break down that aggression with humor. You could break down that aggression with sweetness. You could break down aggression with time. But if they're not that hard, it's not that difficult, but they never learn how to do it. You have to go to school with black women. There's a black woman right now whose birthday it is today, who I watched embarrass the brakes off a man in middle school. And it made me not, to this day, I don't walk up to women and holler at them. To this day, because of her. To this day, and you know who she is. She embarrassed the dude who was like, hey, what's up, girl? What you said? She didn't hurt me. It wasn't me. She embarrassed. Shut up, Kevin. She didn't embarrass me because I would never. But she embarrassed the dude in class with me. And the dude, I felt like the dude didn't do anything. She was being really, really nice to him. And he was like, well, shoot, maybe she like him. And he was like, yo. And she was like, what? So hold up. Because a bitch nice to you, that mean I want you in my drawers? Why you think everybody want to smash you? And I was like, oh, my God. I ain't gonna never get. And the dude was embarrassed. You can't tell me he ain't a passport bro today, because she embarrassed him in front of the world. She embarrassed him in front of everybody.
To my point, Mike, is that what the passport bros guys are? Are they? What would y'all call them, Kev? Incels, like rejected dudes who can't get cooch, so they got to go to the Philippines and stuff like that and get these easy women.
Well, let me go real quick, because yeah. So okay, so I'm not gonna say incels and passport bros are the issue. I think the issue is just guys in general. Guys are
Oh
just
my.
scared of talking to women and scared of being themselves. Because like I said earlier, like we've been through like trauma, especially guys. Like we've been through trauma. We've been through like so many like ordeals in life that like it kind of shapes us into like the people we are. To where like like let's say when you talk on the phone, you talk to a white person, you're gonna use your white voice, right? When you talk to a black person or person of color, you might use like urban vernacular and stuff like that. So it's kind of like the same thing with
Good
like
word.
dealing with women. And yes, there are like different like levels of like patience you gotta have with certain chicks. Like I know for me, like ain't no way a hood chick is gonna like me, but I've hooked up with hood chicks before. Um, but for me, like I've learned that like when you tell the truth, like a lot of like issues guys have with like let's say dealing with black women is that they're full of shit. So as opposed to like saying the truth, saying what you want, they rather like find like this sneaky way of like getting a relationship with a girl or getting into their pants to where like yeah, it's gonna feel difficult. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shoot, there's still guys who think that they can just be a girl's friend for like 2 years, 3 years, talk about like how Tito done dogged her out and and slapped her ass too hard and stuff like that. And they're just begging and hoping and praying that the girl will give him a chance. And then when he actually shoots a shot, he's gonna be like, oh, like she played me or she was difficult and stuff like that. Like a lot of dudes just gotta be honest with themselves and be like, you know what? I can't handle this type of girl. Maybe I should go to like a nice suburban black chick, or a nice, black chick who goes to church or stuff like that. You just gotta be honest, you know what I'm saying? That's what I've seen. That's what I'm seeing and seeing.
Kevin,
Mike,
you are
you got
full.
the last word, Mike. You got
Thank
a
you.
minute and 30 seconds. You got the last
Kevin,
word.
you are full of doo-doo. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because thank you, Moon. I appreciate it, love. You you are coming with the premise as if women don't know they're being lied to. You're coming with the premise as if these women are innocent, as if they're not complicit in the bullshit. I can tell you up front that a majority of women who get lied and run game on know they're being lied to and have game run on them. They know it. There's women who will tell you later on, man, I knew he was full of shit, but he was fine. It's what they did. It's a game. And it's not men playing the game. It's men and women playing the game. It's a human game and it got nothing to do with race. It's the game that people play. Men do what they say whatever they say to get in the draws, and the women let the men with the best game get in the draws. That's all it is. Telling the truth don't get you no panties. I know you think it does not. You walk up to a woman, hey, ma'am, how are you? It was nice meeting you and all. My name is Kev, and I was over there sitting down, and I was looking at the way your booty looks just like a capital C, and I was thinking, oh my God, I would love to get busy in that rump shaker. Woo! So is there any way we can get this down tonight, or what we doing? And Kev will say, no, you got to say it like this. And guess what I'm going to say? The second you start saying how you got to say it, you're manipulating. The second you got to put sauce on it, you're lying. The second you got to move it around a certain way or spit it with a certain panache or put a little skill on it, you're fronting. It's the same game. You're just trying to make yourself feel better and act like you ain't lying. Everybody lies, nigga.
I want to ask you a question.
Nigga, you got my number and you know where my house at. What's happening?
Can I ask a question? That's hilarious.
Hey, and let's keep it a buck. I ain't no lame ass dude. I've had sex plenty of times. I've had sex with women who wanted to be friends, and I waited 2 years, and I didn't wait around for them, but I was friends with them for 2 years and smashed them. I've had people that I went to and was like, yo, I'm gonna get that ass. I don't know why you acting like that. Ain't got it. It's all about the person you're talking to. Game is game, period. Go ahead, sir. What's your question?
Okay, so in your opinion, you have to lie to a chick to get into their pants.
That's
So
not
when
what
it
I
comes,
said. That's not what I said.
you're talking about games. You're talking about manipulation. But anyways,
Everybody manipulates.
in that case,
everybody.
Sure. So in that case, how do I believe you? So how do I say this? If you're dating a chick and she hears you tell her that you love her and want to be in a relationship with her, or even if you're in a relationship with her, how is she gonna believe you?
All right, we got 2 minutes plus closeouts.
Sir, we're talking about sex. We're not talking about relationship. If a woman is with me and she's been with me for a certain, and she's been with me enough to want, or for me to want, or for her to want a relationship, that she's got to get to. You've got to have the skills developed to get to know somebody. I can tell, yo, let's keep it a buck. I'm good at telling when people are full of shit. I'm great at it. I'm great at it. That's why you never beat me in arguments. And you never will.
That's why?
Yeah. That's why.
That's
same reason Trevor can't beat me. Because I peek through his, I got one of them creepy goggles and glasses. I go through his bullshit and move it out the way. No, there's beard trimmings. Nope, not falling for that. What? That's hair wax. Ain't no hair on there. Moving it out the way. I can comb through y'all bullshit. That's why I won on Jody, nigga.
Oh man, Kev, go and give your close. Hey man, I love this timer. We gotta be able to stick to it a little better. But hey, the show is over. Less than 2 hours. Kev, go and give your close out.
He said, "Not my fault."
Facts. Yeah, man. You guys make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I gotta put it in the chat.
Yeah, put it in the chat.
Or give it a Kiki.
Definitely.
Give it a key top.
Yeah, give it to Keela if she's still there.
Okay, bet. But yeah, man, good show. I feel like we gotta come back to this topic, but next time. But yeah, I like this format. I definitely gotta get a timer for Mike because I gotta cut him off. Dude was talking for like 6 minutes. I said, "Bomba Clad."
You are not
talking.
Jamaican.
He still got an example in the story. Holy, but I applaud him because I wish I had that many stories. But yeah, man, good seeing you guys. Good seeing you, chat. Ricardo, you freaky, and peace.
We'll be discussing Diddy next week. So there your topic. Get all your Diddy thoughts up. That's gonna be the whole show. Yeah, get all your Diddy stuff together.
I'm mad. I had a whole top 10 ready to go and everything.
Well, man, you can still throw the top 10 in there. You just gotta. All we gonna deal. Yeah, all we gonna deal with is Diddy. That's just gonna be the majority of the show.
No, I meant for now. I had a top 10 for today.
Oh no, we got to get out of here. In the words of Tony Schiavone, fans, we're running out of time. We'll see you next week. Gonna get your close out, Mike.
Love to the chat. All you birthday people, even Cliff. Shout out to Trevor's barber keeping that head shiny.
Me.
I know I was being facetious. Everything I say might not sound nice, but everything I say is always right because Mike is right. Much love to all of you. I'm gonna go write a paper on being a parent. I wish you all the best. My twin, you know what it is. We nasty out here. We're gonna get that After Dark show done as fast as we can. I got other stuff in the works. I'm about to take this more serious. And I'm going to take some of Trevor's ideas that weren't me swimming through his bullshit. It was just him being open and honest, which is very hard because Trevor don't like to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? You got to catch him at the right time with the right amount of Hennessy. Then he'll be like, Mike, you're amazing. I really think you should. And I'll be like, who is this? And he's like, it wasn't me. I was just trying to trick you, nigga. Ha ha. It was weird. Love the Moon Goddess and Twin. We're going to do this After Dark thing. We out here. We still talking. Trev, be safe. Let me borrow that middle belt. I got a date next week and she loved wrestling. I'm just joking. I just wanted to say something stupid. I'm gonna holler at y'all, and you know what it is.
Oh man, hey, the greatest thing in the world is to take care of business wearing one of these wrestling belts. I'm telling you, you just feel like, hey, man, fantastic show, man. Yeah, Kev dropped his link in the chat. Fantastic show, man. Peace to everybody that came through. Hey, we are done by 7:45. I can't believe it. A Man Talk Monday show done in less than 2 hours. I love the format. Wrestling with Reality. We're going to do this format this Wednesday. So we'll see how that goes with Venkat. We'll see how it goes. But nevertheless, man, piece of Keela, piece of Kev, piece of Mike, piece of Moon Goddess, piece of Ricardo, Manny, Cliff. Man, there was a bunch of y'all in the chat tonight. Kevin J, Eddie Israel, happy birthday to everybody whose birthday it is, man. We will see you guys tomorrow night for Tape Fist Politics. With all that being said, I leave you with these words. Always seek out the truth for yourself, because if not, you'll fall victim to other people's interpretations of them. Until tomorrow night, peace.
Why are you so aggressive, black man? I'm like, it's a no-win.
Always aggressive, black man.
What's up, man?
Wayne.
Mike.
Oh, okay. Hey, man, cut the sexiness out, man. Ain't no women on the panel. Man, we on here talking all sexy and be like,
He just goes on. He just went off on you like that just for no reason.
yeah, man.